Hello and happy Easter, everybody. My name is Lisa, and I'm also known as Job Coach Germany. A warm welcome to you, beautiful souls out there all around the globe. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope that most of you have a longer weekend that they can use to spend some time with their family. So today is Karfreitag, and basically that's a bank holiday in Germany. So everybody has the day off, unless you're working in the medical area, obviously. And then on Monday is a day off as well. So normally we get a 4-day long weekend. And happy Easter basically to everybody. And just a little bit of background before I dive into the topic of today. Feel free to leave your impressions of your Easter experience and you're just simply the customs that you normally have, the tradition that you're following with regards to Easter, if you're celebrating Easter at all, or what your plans are for the upcoming 4 days. So basically, because I've worked in different companies in different countries and with really various nationalities, and it was always very, very interesting to hear about Easter traditions abroad. The one that shocked me the most was probably the custom in the Czech Republic. So if you are interested in that, just check out what the Czech people are doing on Easter. I actually didn't expect them to do that still nowadays, but tradition is tradition, right? So here in Germany, as you know, more than 30 years ago, Germany was still divided, and in the western and southern part of Germany, religion plays a very big role, and people also use this time of Easter to go to the church. And as you probably know, I'm from the eastern part of Germany, and here in the former GDR, basically the German Democratic Republic, or it was basically that work was the focus, and religion was not really promoted, let's put it in that way. And that's why religious people or all of these customs were not really supported. And that's why especially I grew up in the eastern part of Germany, where we didn't celebrate Easter going to church. I remember going to church around Christmas every now and then. However, not for Easter, not at all. But then in 2006, I went to Maryland in the United States, and I stayed there with a host family for a year. I went to high school there, and just simply spent an entire year with a family that didn't know me, that I didn't know. But obviously, in America, people are very religious, and there are so many different religions that I didn't even that I hadn't heard of before. And my host family were Presbyterians. I didn't know what that was about, because in Germany, if you are religious, then it's most of the time that you are either that it's basically some sort of Christianity. But I've never heard of Presbyterians, who are actually part of the Christian religion as well. But that's what I learned in the United States. And my host family was they regularly went to church, and also on Easter. I remember that we all came together with the family, and then we all went for a huge happening at the church. And that was very interesting for me to see, because obviously I didn't get in touch with that. But what we normally do, and I know that a lot of families do that in Germany, they just simply use that time in like the Easter holidays to spend with their family. So they cook huge meals, and then they celebrate it all together. So normally what we had done is that we would probably spend one meal, like a lunch meal, in the afternoon, cake and coffee at my parents' place, then one day maybe at my place, then another day at my uncle's place, and another day at my grandma's place, and so on. So basically, all of the days were already filled with family gatherings, which is also very fun, but at the end, you're probably a little bit drained. Yeah, but that's basically how we spend Easter. Yeah, so now with the pandemic in the last 2 years, it was a little bit difficult because you were not supposed to see each other, so everything was turned down a little bit. But it's really great that everybody has access to the internet and can still stay in touch. So this is also very helpful for people who are in Germany already, or who are living abroad and are not with their families, that they can still celebrate with them, even if it's digitally, right? So that's also what I did when I was living abroad. I didn't come back home just because it was Easter. I mean, it was a good time because you got a couple of days off and then you could fly home. But yeah, there are other occasions that were more important to me, let's put it in that way. And then obviously now, due to globalization and all of these, like a lot of options for internationals to come to Germany, it's not just that we have still the Christian religion here. There are people that are like, there are spiritualities and religions from all around the globe here in Germany as well, who obviously are celebrating their own holidays, and that's fine, and that is what makes our society like a melting pot, right? So this is very interesting. So even if some of you might not celebrate Easter, you might enjoy a couple of days off and get to spend it with your family. So that would be really, really cool. Now, the topic that I wanted to talk to you about today is that I want you to be aware of certain things that you're doing and certain aspects and thoughts that you might have in your mind that are spooking around in your head, that keep you in your victim mode. And I want you to get out of that victim mode to find your solution oriented mindset in order to actually really land that dream job of yours here in Germany. So let me start from the beginning. Maybe you've already applied for several jobs in Germany and you're not hearing back from the employers. You're not hearing back from the companies in Germany. And maybe you're Googling and binge watching YouTube tutorials in order to adjust your application documents, in order to just improve your possibilities and your chances with German employers. And you're still not receiving any job offers. Maybe you're thinking to yourself, oh, well, but I've done everything that I could. I've even put in more effort and more energy into preparing the job application documents, more than I would normally for a job application here in my country. And why are recruiters not answering my messages? Why are they not answering my mails? Why are they not answering me on LinkedIn? Why does nobody ever give me proper advice on my applications? Why don't I ever get any feedback? And all of these questions. Well, let me tell you, I just want to be very, very honest with you. And it might sound a little bit harsh, but you are in a trap. You've placed yourself in your own trap, basically, because you're going around in circles. You're asking yourself questions and you're thinking you're doing the right thing. You've maybe you've had already like a coaching session with somebody else, another career coach that is out there, and you've prepared now your application documents to the standard that that this coach told you about. But still, you don't get any leads, or you get leads, but you don't get any job offers yet, right? Well, tough luck. German employers don't hand you the jobs on a silver platter, and nobody ever said that it was easy. So at this point, I'm thinking of one of my favorite songs by Coldplay, because Coldplay is my favorite band. Yeah, so nobody said it was easy. So keep that in mind. Basically, the employers in Germany have, or we just simply in Germany in general, we do have certain rules and standards that you need to follow. And if you are not following those, if you are, for example, jumping over, like contacting a person that is not related to the HR department, then the HR department will be a little bit annoyed by that, because this is just simply, that's what the HR department is for, and there are certain standards and rules that you have to follow through. And sometimes even the people in the technical department, if they tell you you can have that job, they don't know what the process looks like from the HR point of view. And if you're not following that path, you're very likely not to get even considered, that your application doesn't even get looked at. So now I want to ask you a question that might as well sound harsh, but why do you think you can handle this situation on your own? Can you let me know? Can you tell me, why do you think you can do it on your own anyway? So you shouldn't think about you shouldn't think about finding like a hero who will help you and get out of that trap. And I'm definitely not your hero, and all of the other career coaches that are out there are not your heroes either. You are your own hero, and you need to find the strength to get out of that trap, right? And there are certain limiting beliefs probably that are keeping you from actually landing that goal of yours. And Bindu is here. Hi, Bindu. Thank you very much for that comment. Great topic. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. First of all, there can be helpers like me, like other career coaches out there, who can help you along the way, but the actual tasks, the actual decisions, the actual activities, you are the one who needs to do that. We cannot do that for you. I cannot do that for you. So basically, you need to think about whether it's actually what you really want. So is going and coming to Germany actually what you want to be doing? Are you committed to landing your dream job here in Germany? Are you committed and ready to move to a foreign country, start a new job, living in a new environment, working in a new environment, and even learning a new language? Or are there some sort of limiting beliefs and questions spooking around in your head that are making you afraid? What is holding you back? Why aren't you everything that you could be doing, like asking for help? Have you asked for help? Have you reached out to me yet? No, you haven't, probably. And I would be somebody who could help you. I could guide you through that process. I'm not doing the work for you. I just simply know and help you along the way. I can support you when you're feeling down, when you're frustrated. I can help you cope with that. I can support you with finding new motivation. I can cheer you up with finding new ways and being creative on finding a new version of applying, basically. And first and foremost, what is most important, I'm not just here to cope with you when you receive a rejection, but I'm also here to celebrate with you all of the wins. So each and every single application that you send out there is worth a celebration. Each and every single job interview that you're going to is worth a celebration. And you're not doing that on your own. So no, basically that's I'm not wondering why you are desperate and don't feel motivated anymore at some point. Okay, so basically, what are you waiting for? And I'm telling you this because I've gone through this. I've gone through this on my own, and I've seen it with my coachees and with people who considered working with me, but then went in a different direction. Are they here in Germany yet? No, they're not. If you decide to work with me and are really committed and want to do everything that you can do, you will get that job of yours. The coaches that I'm working with, they are learning German. They are preparing. They're like finding a flat. They are preparing on getting to know the culture. They really do everything that is out there. Like, using all of the hints and tips and tricks that I have, such as the standards when it comes to job applications, to really go deeper into this topic and not just do it on their own, right? So from my own experience, I remember that it's not that I'm telling you, okay, I'm better than you. I'm definitely not. I've been there. I've done that. I was in that victim trap. And it took me some time to get out of that. And that was basically in 2014 when I was applying for a job in the UK. I wanted to have a job, and I thought, nothing can happen to me because I'm an HR lady. I know exactly how to apply for a job, and I don't mind. I don't care. It's everything that I can do, and I prepared everything to the standards that I normally knew, and everything was great in my head. And I sent out all of these applications. I also, at that point, I was sending out applications in Germany as well. So, and the applications in Germany, I got feedback. I got invitations to job interviews, and I went to job interviews. I got job offers and all of these things. However, when I was applying in the UK, nothing worked out. I didn't know what was going on, and I just thought, what is happening? Why is nobody answering my job application here in the UK? Because I wanted to stay in the UK, right? Because I was studying towards my second master's degree at that time, and I fell in love with England over and over again. So I wanted to stay there, and that's why I wanted to find a job. So normally you would think that I have even an advantage over anybody that is out of the UK to apply for a job within the UK, because I was already in the UK, but still I didn't get any answers. I still didn't get any invitations to job interviews, and I was going around in circles. I was trapped in that victim rut, and just simply kept applying and applying and applying until I got to the point that I thought, hey, Lisa, what the hell are you doing? What are you actually doing? Why are you thinking that you know exactly what's going on in a different country? I didn't. I obviously didn't. And that was the point when I found a career coach that was specialized for the career market, for the job market in the UK. And that person, that was a really great lady, a very, very kind career coach. I visited her. I took all of my application documents with me. I showed her what I had done, like all of the applications that I sent out and all of everything. Like, I mean, everything that I'm writing is really individual. It's really nice, which is why I had all of these, all the success in Germany. However, in the UK, it was really difficult for me. And then she told me, well, the way you are applying, no wonder you are not being invited to job interviews, because that's not how we apply here in the UK. And I knew that there were certain things that I was supposed to not do. For example, in Germany, we send a CV with a picture. In the UK, you don't send a picture with your CV. Yeah. First of all, and then also another thing, I didn't know the difference between a resume and a CV, because in Germany we just have our Lebenslauf. There is no difference basically between that, right? So, and then she told me that I had to look at this from a completely different angle, from the perspective of the like out of a British eye, right? And she told me what British recruiters are looking for, and those were, you can see that, especially so if you're from the UK or have seen job ads from the UK, you will already see it there, that there are differences in the way how job ads are set up. There are longer texts. They even write like full on paragraphs on the jobs that you are applying for, and it feels like there are hundreds and hundreds of pages that you first need to read in order to understand what you're applying for. And in Germany, you have like this one pager and all of the bullet points. So that was the first difference. And that's what I also didn't really understand. But then she showed me these are the keywords that you need to look out for. So they were basically the people in the UK are more focusing on skills and very interpersonal skills like leadership skills, communication skills, and all of these things. And yes, we do that in Germany as well, but it's more likely to put that also into your CV and kind of like not put that in your motivational letter. The way how they're describing it, it feels more like you're writing like a little poem. Kind of, no, it's not a poem, but you're writing a story basically. And yes, you do that in Germany as well, but in Germany you have like certain rules and only a limited amount of space, whereas in the UK I had a lot more space to explain myself and tell them why I was the best fit. And let me tell you what, after I visited the career coach, I implemented everything that she spoke to me about, that she told me, and I got a job in the UK. It was that easy. That easy. Yeah, so first of all, I was in that victim mode the entire time and I didn't really know what was going on. And I thought, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Yeah, for my country, I did, but not for a different country. So if you feel like you also have this sort of problem, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Send me a message or just simply find out how to work with me. I'm here to help you. This is what I'm here for. That's what I'm made for. I'm made for you guys, to help you, but not being your hero, but basically being your assistant so that you can strive on your own. Okay. And if you have any questions or don't really know how this process looks like, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to talk to you guys, to share my knowledge on landing your dream job here in Germany, because I want you to have your dream career here in Germany as well. I want you to have the same fair possibilities of applying for a job compared to Germans, right? So that you are as well equipped as, for example, I would be when I was applying for a job in Germany. So now, without further ado, I wish you a happy Easter and speak to you very soon. Thank you very much for taking the time and wish you a wonderful long weekend. Bye bye.